how am I going to get the drawing transferred to the surface of the canvas? Well, I'm going to use a technique that I stole from Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo, among other people. It's called a cartoon. This would be the way that an artist in the Renaissance would transfer a drawing to wet fresco that they're working on, say for the, oh, I don't know, the Last Supper, or perhaps the Sistine Chapel. They would use this technique to transfer their drawing to the surface of the wall. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do. The first thing you want to do when you're creating a cartoon to transfer to a canvas is tape down your drawing. Now, this drawing that I have is on watercolor paper, so it's not transparent. I wouldn't be able to see through it to transfer it to the canvas. So I need to make a copy of it. So I'm going to tape it down so it won't move while I'm tracing it. And I'm going to insert a picture here of this drawing taped, or another drawing taped to a window with the light shining through and the tracing paper over it. If you don't have a light table or you can't see the drawing really well, you can just tape it to a window, and with the sun shining through, you get a really strong image and you'll be able to easily trace it, okay? All right, so I've got my drawing taped down. Now I'm going to tape down my tracing paper on top of it so nothing moves. Now I'm going to take a regular number 2 pencil and trace my drawing. Okay, once you've got that nice line drawing traced onto the tracing paper, pull it up, get your original drawing, put that aside, and take your tracing paper drawing and flip it face down. Now take a piece of pastel that is going to stand in contrast to the background that you're working on. So for instance, if you're working on a dark background, use a light pastel so you can see it. I'm going to use a fairly dark green pastel, go over each of those lines that you just created. You don't have to cover the entire surface of the tracing paper. That's not necessary. All you're going to do is go over the lines that you drew, because you can see them through the back of the tracing paper, and you don't have to be exact. Just get a nice area of pastel on that line, and we're basically making transfer paper. We're making our own carbon paper. Now we've got a lovely drawing, and we can see through it to where it's going to land on the canvas. And I'm going to just put it down like so. Now I'm going to tape it down. My canvas board probably won't move, but my paper might. So I'm going to tape it down. Now here's the trick. Get a red or contrasting color colored pencil. When you go to trace this down, then you will be able to easily see where you've drawn and where you haven't. You don't want to trace it down with a regular number 2 pencil because you won't be able to see where you've drawn. Ha! How's that for a tip? Okay, so get your drawing all settled and trace it down. Leonardo da Vinci would be so proud of you. Okay, now before you take up your tracing paper, just give it a lift, hold everything in place, and pick it up and take a peek. Wow, look at that. That drawing looks terrific. Okay, now I've got my drawing here. I'm going to hold it up to the camera so you can see how well my drawing transferred.